In a small village surrounded by mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was always restless, and his mind never calmed down. All day long, countless thoughts came and went, making him uneasy and tired.
He was always sad about the past and fearful about the future. His mind was like a storm. He couldn't sleep well and had even forgotten how to smile.
One day, Marco heard about a distant village in the hills where a wise old man lived. The man was once a famous psychologist in the city who had helped many people find peace of mind. Now he lived quietly, close to nature.
Marco became hopeful and said to himself, "Maybe this wise man can help me find peace." He decided to travel to the faraway village, even though the journey would be long and tiring.
After many days, Marco reached the village and saw a small house covered in greenery. On the porch, the old man sat quietly with his eyes closed, looking peaceful. Marco approached and said, "Grandfather, my mind is restless. I want peace. Can you help me?"
The old man smiled and said, "Come with me. I have a small task for you." He filled a glass completely with water and said, "Walk to the edge of the village and return, but do not spill even a single drop."
Marco started walking carefully. The road was narrow and crowded, people walking and running, dogs barking, and shopkeepers shouting. But Marco didn't look around. His eyes stayed only on the glass.
When he returned, Marco said, "Grandfather, I did it. I didn't spill even one drop." The old man asked, "Good, but tell me, did you see the children playing or hear the dogs barking?" Marco looked surprised and said, "No, I didn't see or hear anything. I was only focusing on the glass."
The old man smiled and said, "That's the secret, Marco. When your mind lives in the present moment, there's no room for fear or confusion. At that time, you were thinking only about the water, not the past or the future."
Marco bowed his head and said, "Now I understand. To calm my mind, I must live in this moment." The old man smiled as the sun was setting and birds flew back to their nests. Marco walked back home, but this time he was no longer the restless young man. He was peaceful inside.
If you liked the story, don't forget to give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and lessons.